Okay, Assalamualaikum to Dr. Saiful Farid Mayadin. Okay, our group will conduct the topic about contemporary issues in management of the call center. Okay, this group consists 5 team members, which is Nur Fahain, Muhammad Azri Afifi, Mi Aswan, Muhammad Iqbal, Nurul Christina Zulaika, and lastly is Faizal. The record center is designed to act as a centralized location where a company may keep and manage all of the record, including financial and legal documents. Okay, the function is to hold the semi-current records and make them available until the date of their disposal. Therefore, the record center is the contemporary or it is often called an intermediate storage facility or intermediate stage between the organization record office and the archival institution. Okay, for the technology background, digitalization is the technology that processes the conversion of information into a digital format. Digitalization is a new method for records and archive management to keep their record or documents for further lifetime existence. Digitalization can dramatically increase accessibility, creating more ways to present the records to new and wider audience. We also face the issue, which is many of the decision makers who are in charge of handling digitalization job always confront a variety of challenges and need to be mindful of their action during the digitalization process, which is the issue is a legal aspect, untrained staff and material, changing format and obsolescence of technology, funding, refreshing and standardization, constantly changing software and hardware, and last but not least is innovation. For the discussion in technology, record and archive can be digitalized, and this has several advantages for the business. When an institution begins to digitalize its document and transition to a paperless office, it also improves the organization reputation. However, converting all the paper-based record to digital formats take a lot of labor. The organization must also budget for the costs associated with the training new staff members or acquiring the new skill. The organization must also budget for the costs associated with the training new staff members or acquiring the new skill. Okay, that's all from me. I will pass the next part to my team members. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Nofarhan bin Taminta. I'm going to summarize my COVID-19 article. As we know that COVID-19 pandemic has led to increased usage of data center resources. Business needs to ensure that mission critical systems are running, that power capacity is available for those systems, and that redundancy is defined. So in this article, there are 4 major issues. The number 1 is different on-site precautions. So some of the company, they have introduced temperature check when companies arrive at work, or them have to fill out the questionnaire to check their travel history. Number 2, they have created the dominance for employees who had to work in isolation for days while they are await for result. The second one is respond to increased demand. Many of people are working from home. That the first time in a recent pandemic. This required a proactive approach to data center operation, include scarce resources to ensure they are run smoothly. Number 3 is limitation for staff or member. So a fewer employees work in physical location, they are likely to sign up for online portal to support corporate workflow. This could lead company to adopt strictly cybersecurity measure. April in 2020, survey found that restricting essential employees access to physical sites in the top preventive measure taken by data centers. Okay, number 4 is alternative arrangement for commissioning. So the multi-step process of commission includes quality checks that assess the performance of data center equipment, especially when it's pushed close to the specific limits. Remote team members send the data to first responder on the ground who make necessary or adjustment after receiving the test result.
Okay, next is work from home. For the background, during COVID-19, the Malaysian government put MCO into place to keep serving all of their customers. Business in Malaysia have changed how they work, and many IT workers have moved back home. But then here is some issue that occurred during work from home. First is the longer working hours and lack of official breaks. Second, the lack of human interaction. Third is the employees lose their motivation to work. But we have some suggestions for work from home. First is to avoid overworking workers. Employees must understand the stress home workers undergo. Second, to avoid workplace miscommunication, the company must organize an online meeting frequently. Third, if the workers are unmotivated, employees should not force themselves. They need the company counselor. Here is the discussion. To maintain business continuous, every sector need to be shifted their work to a work from home mode. The working environment has a significant impact on the performance and productivity of IT professional. The organizational factor are important for productivity in general and for working from home to be successful. And finally, when a company build organizational pride, productivity goes up. That's all for me.
Assalamualaikum and thank you, Mr. Azri. Big data has few definitions, but according to Mauro and friends, big data is defined as an information commodity characterized by volume, velocity, and variety that requires specific techniques and analytical methods to convert it into value. Big data has few issues such as security, data growth, lack of proper understanding, lack of professionals, quality, volume, velocity, and variety issues. It was suggested that the company to hire more cybersecurity experts to protect their data, also to use methods such as data compression, tiering, and deduplication, also to organize workshop, seminar, and training to educate their staff. It was discussed on the speed of data to move from the processing to the database storage, also the scalability of data without providing interruption and downtime to the company, and then cost effectiveness where the available cost is achieved without sacrificing the function and quality. Before I pass the presentation to Ms. Christina, I wish to wrap this statement from Hugo Smith. He said that the proper management of records require a collaborative efforts between the record management. That's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, the background of the digital record electronic is the general method of preserving information and record created using computer, including electronic record. One of the most important steps in keeping an electronic record is identify the characteristic of the record, including any object or component that make up the record. Okay, three issues of the digital electronic record. First, identify the record object. For example, to accurately identify a word processing database, it is necessary to identify the exact name and version of the word processing software used to create the data set as well as information about the data set. Number two, evaluating the record object. For example, to keep a text document created in Microsoft Word 2000, you need to know that the record still exists as a Microsoft Word 2000 document and not a Microsoft Word 2007 document or a text file or an SCLL file. Number three is extracting or record object metadata. For example, understanding the type of comparison reducing data sets used to store digital image is critical to determining an migration method. Okay, three suggestions of the digital electronic record. First, we have DROID of pronoun. DROID stands for Digital Record Object Identification. It is a software tool developed by the UK National Archive. It functions to perform automatic identification of file format for large group or backup or data or digital object. Second is checksum. Checksum made up to the word Java and checksum. Generate checksum of the number and compare them with a number calculate or different point in time. Number three, we have GeoV, a software program that support the identification, verification, and characterization of digital object.
Two, decision of the digital electronic record. First, passive preservation is the process of ensuring the continued integrity and controlled access of the digital object and their associated metadata. Second, active retention is designed to ensure the continued accessibility of electronic record over time by actively intervening in how records are stored and managed. Okay, the conclusion of the presentation. To conclude, there are a few problems that have been faced by employees during work from home. To investigate reveal that organization element and working culture were crucial for productivity in general and working work from home success. Data analysis history has been result from the accessibility of big data, low-cost commodity technology, and even innovative information management and analysis tools.